Welcome to Lost in Translation, the show, the podcast. We take the most famous, most quotable film scripts and translate them through multiple languages, then back into English using online translators and read the resulting script live on stage in character. The final twist is that the guest stars on stage have never read the script before. This performance was recorded at Rhino Room during Adelaide Fringe 2023. Lost in Translation presents Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, starring Finan, Sophie Addison, Emma Evans, Lochryn Hearne, and guest starring Amy Sincock, Kendra Cowan, and Marshall Cowan. Just for a little bit of extra context, this performance had a group of children sitting in the front row, and our show isn't exactly child-friendly. Albus Dumbledore, an elderly international man of mystery, walks down a highway called Exclusive Drive. He stops, pulls out a mechanical device, melts the street lamps, and looks at a cat.
Should I know who you are? Is it Rabbi McGonagall?
The cat's shadow mutates into a human being. Minerva McGonagall reveals herself.
Buenas noches, Professor Dumbledore. Is the gossip true, Albus?
Hagrid is buying him now.
Do you think it's wise to trust Hagrid with something actually important?
Professor, trust me. Hagrid has no life.
Rubius Hagrid, a half-man, half-large man, falls out of the sky on a motorcycle, crash landing in front of Dumbledore and McGonagall.
The juvenile delinquent started flying over Bristol. He's disturbed.
Hagrid introduces Dumbledore to a baby.
Albus, I think we should put him in my safe. These people are the worst subspecies of mongrels. They really are.
Barely his family.
Dumbledore puts the baby, which has a scab on its forehead, in the shape of a light bulb, at the foot of a door.
Good luck, Barry Potter.
After 10 years of being in the closet and living under the stairs, an 11-year-old man-child lies asleep. This is Barry Potter. Outside, a crazy woman, Petunia Dursley, is assaulting the door.
Open up, you bastard!
A tall, tubby child, Dudley Dursley, falls down the stairs.
Stay woke, cousin. I'm a zoo.
Here he is, my newborn child.
An even taller tubby child, Vernon Dursley, sits on top of the kitchen table.
Happy birthday, you runt.
Barry hikes into the kitchen, dressed in rags. Petunia glares at him with intense antagonism.
Why don't you just deep fry our breakfast and make sure everything is burnt?
Yes, Uncle Petunia.
I want to be perfect for today's Dudley Day festival.
Petunia carries Dudley into the family room where there is a surplus of presents.
How many are there?
36, including me.
36, but last year I turned 37.
Yes, but my package is a lot bigger than last year.
I don't like how big it is.
How about when we go out, we'll trade you in for 2 new suitcases.
Later that day, the family visit a reptile's open house inspection and look at a long and lonely worm.
Make it dance.
He's in a coma.
He's vanilla.
Dudley and his parents run away to another enclosure. Barry chills out with the worm.
I'm sorry about his existence. He doesn't understand what it's like to tell lies every day and have people rub their ugly faces on you.
The worm looks Barry dead in the eye.
Do you have ears? Only, I didn't know that worms have ears. Am I boring you?
The worm nods its head.
You're from Birmingham, aren't you? Was it nice there? Did you kill your family?
The now dancing worm catches Dudley's attention.
Mother-in-law, father-in-law, come here. You won't believe what move this worm is doing.
Probably the worm. Dudley goes to lean on the glass, but it vanishes and he goes to prison. The worm slithers away and salutes Barry. Back at the Dursleys, an owl writes Barry a letter.
Dad, look! Barry's had a book written about him.
Bestow on me my autobiography. It's mine.
You? Who would write a book about you?
They take a closer look at the envelope, which is porpoised, as in sealed. With the letter H. Vernon takes the book for himself. Over the next few days, more and more owls send more and more books about Barry, but Vernon eats them all. On Wednesday...
Good old Wednesday. Best public holiday of the year, in my opinion. Who are you, Dudley?
Is it because there's no reading on Wednesday?
All right, you're Barry. No reading on Wednesday. No, sir, no blasted ABCs today.
Suddenly, the entire alphabet shoots out of the fireplace and tears Vernon's face off. Barry grabs some of the hooks and turns into a flea. Vernon makes haste after him.
Give me that first edition!
They are my paperbacks! Give me freedom of speech!
That's it! We're getting divorced! Really divorced! Where they can't find us!
Dudley is shitting himself in a corner.
Daddy's dead, isn't he?
Far away, the family go into hiding in Hawaii. At night, Barry lies on the floor, baking a birthday cake made of dust. Suddenly, Hagrid kicks the door in.
I'm not sorry.
Vernon falls down the stairs holding an AK-47.
I formally request that you leave immediately, sir. You are breaking and penetrating.
Hagrid bends the barrel of Vernon's AK-47 upwards. Vernon shoots, killing someone upstairs. Hagrid turns to Dudley.
I haven't seen you since I was a baby, Harry. But you're a little more pregnant than I expected.
I am Barry.
I'm not!
Of course. Got something for you. Afraid I sat on it at some point, but I imagine I taste delicious all the same. I'm pretty baked myself.
What?
Hagrid hands Barry a hat box, which he opens to reveal a cake. The cake talks to Barry.
Merry Christmas, Barry.
Hagrid coughs up an umbrella and lights the house on fire.
I'm sorry, but who the fuck are you?
Dubious Hagrid. Head of security at Wart-Riddled Hogs. Of course, you'll know all about Wart-Riddled Hogs.
No?
No? Barry, didn't you ever wonder where your mummy and daddy did their apprenticeships? You're an optometrist, Barry.
I'm a who now?
An optometrist. And good at thumping people, I'd wager. If you bulked up a little.
No, you've made a mistake. I can't be an optometrist. I thought that's what... I'm Barry, the one and only Barry.
Well, the one and only Barry. Have you ever done something messed up? So messed up you couldn't explain yourself?
Hagrid hands Barry another book written by an owl. Barry finally learns to read.
Dear Master Ceramics, we are delighted to announce your admission of guilt to Ward-Riddled Hogs Magic and Magic School.
He'll not be going. We swore when we kidnapped him we'd put a stop to recycling.
You knew? You're a know-it-all and you never told me.
Of course we're know-it-alls. My bitch sister being who she was. Oh, my mother and father were so proud the day she got her biography in the mail. An optometrist in our family. What a geek! And then she went and got her lips inflated. And now we're inflicted with you.
Inflated? But you told my parents I was killed in a car crash.
We had to tell them something.
It's a shame. I'm wearing sandals.
You'll not be immigrating!
I'd like to see a big mongrel like you try and deport him.
A Mongolian?
Non-optometrist people. This boy has had a name since birth. He will attend the best school of magic and magic and magic and magic in the world. And will be one of the greatest principals What Riddled Hogs has ever seen.
Hagrid sees Dudley eating Barry's Christmas cake and turns him into a pork pie.
Don't tell What Riddled Hogs about me. I strongly dislike magic.
October.
I've got a small behind. Let's go.
Hagrid and Barry march on London to buy a magical army. They venture into a corner shop called the Leaky Discharge. Inside, Barry is approached by Professor Quirrell, who is dressed in a turbocharged robe.
I can't tell you how satisfying it would be to be with you.
Hello, Professor. Barry, this is Professor Squirrel. He's a PhD student who also teaches art at What Riddled Hogs.
Nice to eat you.
Barry goes to shake Squirrel's hand, but Squirrel slaps himself instead.
I'm having a fearfully fascinating affair. Not that you'd want to be involved, eh, ceramics?
Well, goodbye now. We've got grocery shopping to do.
Hagrid takes Barry out back and does some renovations to a brick wall, revealing a street flooded with blood.
Welcome, Barry, to Oblique Alley.
But Hagrid, why do I have to pay for all this? I'm poor.
Hagrid takes Barry to Gringotts Bank, where it turns out Barry is upper class. After withdrawing some blood money, they visit Bank Vault Area 51.
What's inside me, Hagrid?
I don't need to tell you, Barry. It's hogs. Secret hogs.
Inside Area 51, Hagrid picks up his small, white package.
Better not tell anyone about this, Barry.
Later, Barry goes to a magic stick shop, which seems empty.
Buenos noches? Buenos noches.
A fossil of a man, Ollivander, falls off a ladder.
I wondered when we would start seeing each other, Mr. Ceramics. Just yesterday, your mother and father came in to buy their first sticks.
He hands Barry a stick. A gust of wind flows through the shop.
Ah, you're naked.
Look at me!
Barry tries a different stick and the building collapses.
Maybe not. Hakuna Matata. I wonder.
Ollivander gives Barry another stick. As he holds it, he gets a new hairstyle.
Abnormal. You're very abnormal.
I'm sorry, but is this meant to be interesting?
I remember every stick I've ever seen, Mr. Ceramics. It just so happens that yours comes from Phoenix, Arizona. And one other stick came from Phoenix, Arizona. Just one. It is bizarre that you should be destined for this stick when its sister-in-law gave you that scab.
And does the gentleman know who owned said stick?
Oh, we cannot spell his name. The stick chooses the optometrist, Mr. Ceramics. I'm not always convinced, but I think it is clear that we can expect mediocre things from you. After all, he who does not who have name who did mediocre things. Terrible, yes, but mediocre.
There's a gunshot at the window.
Barry! Barry! Merry Christmas!
Hagrid turns into an owl. That night, Hagrid and Barry get drunk in a pub.
right. It's last drinks.
You killed my parents, didn't you? And the person who gave me this, I know you did, Hagrid.
First of all, Barry, and this is super important, not all optometrists are good at their jobs. Some of them are shit. A few years ago, there was an optometrist who was as bad as you could be. His name was
Maybe if you wrote it down?
Oh, I'm illiterate. His name was Goldilocks.
Goldilocks?
Shut up! Goldilocks began to get followers on Instagram. Everyone who reported him for spam died. Your parents fought against him, but no one he killed survived. Except for you.
I? Goldilocks killed I?
That is no normal hair on your forehead, Barry. Such a thing only comes from taking the wrong medication.
What happened to you know, I know, you know who know?
Some people say he's dead. I say he's a fish. But one thing is certain, I'm confused. And that's why everyone knows his name, and you are just the boy who lived.
Later, in Angry King's train station, Barry walks Hagrid on a leash.
How does time work? I'm sorry, Barry. Dumbledore needs, well, let's just say he would love to see me. Your train is a 10-minute drive away. Here's your ticket, Barry. This is very important. Stand on your ticket.
Platform 9.75? I must have been a mistake, Hagrid.
Hagrid disappears. Down by the railway tracks, a family of gingerbread characters walk by, led by their mother, Mississippi Weasley.
It's the same millennia after millennia. Always flat packs with mongrels.
Ah, Mongolians.
Come along now, platform 9.75 this way.
Barry makes advances on her.
Can you teach me how to forgive myself?
Yes, don't worry. Ron's popping his cherry today too. Now you've just got to do a line between platform 9 and 17. Are you nervous? You look like you've got the runs.
Barry does a line with Mississippi Weasley's son Ron and teleports onto a train. Aboard the wart-riddled Hog Express, Barry sits on Ron.
I'm sorry, do you think this is okay?
Yes.
I'm Ronald, by the way. Ronald McWhizfizz.
I'm Barry. Barry Ceramics.
Are you for real? I mean, do you really have a
What?
scab?
Oh, yes.
Barry shows Ron his scabby face.
Gnarly! My sister Fred taught me a spell that turns my pee yellow. Want to see it?
No.
Hermione Granger, a thick girl with a bush for hair, appears at the door.
Have you seen the paper? It says, a boy named Neville had a child with a toad. Oh, are you doing magic mushrooms? Go on then, let's have it.
Sunshine daisies, buttermellow, make me stupid, fat and yellow.
Nothing happens.
That was shit. Of course, I've tried learning to spell and it worked for me. O-C-U-L-U-S-R-E-P-O-R-O.
Hermione points her stick at Barry's glasses, smashing them.
Okay, that wasn't... You're a sacred cricketer, aren't you? You're Barry Ceramics. I'm Hermione Farmhouse. And you are...
I'm Ronald McDonald.
Satisfactory. Did you know your nose is made of dirt?
Later, at wart-riddled Hogs, Rabbi McGonagall chills out with the new students at the top of some stairs.
Welcome,
Welcome to What Riddled Hogs. You will learn what a door is in a few minutes. But before you can take your seats, you will be sold to your new owners.
Draco Malfoy, a baby with blonde hair, crawls to the front of the group.
Thanks for making me do that. What they taught me at Sunday school is true then. Barry Ceramics comes in water-riddled hogs. This is creepy. And Gargle. And I am Marshmallow. Draco Marshmallow.
Ron starts cackling maniacally.
My name is very funny, isn't it? No need to ask for your opinion. Gingerbread moustache. And robe made of hands. You must be a whiz-fizz. Soon you will understand some optometrist families have cooler names than others, Ceramics. I don't want you to go making out with the wrong sort. I can help you there.
I think I know who the mistakes are on my own, thank you.
Ooh. The students walk into the Great Hall where they find Dumbledore standing on a table.
I know 3 words with which to speak. Mr. Filch has asked you to remind me that there are no prescriptions available to anyone on the 3rd floor who does not want to kill themselves. Cheers.
McGonagall steps onto Dumbledore.
When I call your name, you come on me. I give you a hat, and then you meet your new owner. Hermione Farmhouse.
She puts a hat that speaks onto Hermione's brain box.
Ah, yes. You have grievances while indoors.
Draco Marshmallow.
Slither me timbers!
Ronald McWisley.
Ah, another McWisley. Gryffindor will know where they can stick you.
Barry Ceramics.
Ah, stupid. Very stupid. Not much courage, not a great mind, but thirsty. Very thirsty. But who to sell you to?
Not Slither Me Timbers, not Slither Me Timbers.
Not Gryffindor, eh? If you are sure, Slither Me Timbers it is!
The next day, Barry and Ron get to their first class late and find a cat is teaching the class.
Oh, excellente! Can you imagine the face of that old bag if she knew we were late?
The cat coughs up Rabbi McGonagall.
Oh, good speech, old chap.
Thank you, Mr. Whizfizz. Perhaps if I transformed Mr. Ceramics and yourself into a pocket calculator, one of you would be able to control time.
I'm lost.
Or perhaps a cartographer. I don't think you could find your seats.
Later in pharmacy class, Coach Snape, a man who's never washed his hair, speaks to the students.
There will be no foolish willy waving or willy incantations in this class. As such, I won't appreciate many of you. However, for those who've registered to vote, I can teach you how to engage the brain and exploit emotions. I can tell you how to become a famous Spider-Man, drink Jack Daniels, and even how to get away with murder. On the other hand, some of us at Wart-Riddled Hogs have enough body confidence to not focus. Mr. Ceramics, our new Mr. the Cheese. What do I get if I add arrogance to ash-rooted arrogance?
Hermione's hand falls off. Barry turns his sink into a sink.
You're an idiot. Let's try again. Where is Mr. Bazaar?
Hermione's other hand falls off.
I don't know, Your Excellency.
What is the difference between hooded monks and mean dogs?
I don't know, Your Excellency.
Anchovies. Clearly, cheese isn't everything, is it, Mr. Ceramics?
Later, in sweeping class, Barry is noticeably good and joins the quiche team. Later again, Barry, Ron and Hermione visit several open house inspections, but they don't know how staircases work.
What's wrong with you?
The stairs dance, remember?
Let's vamoose this way.
Before the stairs start, another Macarena.
They enter a dank, smelly corridor.
We shouldn't be here. It's the 3rd class. They're disgusting.
Suddenly, the corridor catches fire.
Fuck this!
They run headfirst into a door which is locked.
Tie me up!
You're caught!
Move aside. Hello, that's a horror.
The door opens and they rush inside.
Hello, that's a horror! What have you done?
Hello, Basic Book of Spelling, chapter 7395.
Filch shows up in the 3rd class corridor where he belongs. His cat, who isn't McGonagall, looks at him.
Anyone here fish cakes?
The cat meows and they both fall over. On the other side of the door...
Maybe he's thinking of tying us up.
He should tie us up.
If it's for a good cause.
They turn around and see a head with 3 dogs attached to it.
Ah!
They leave, turn the whore back into a door and run. Back in the Gryffindor common room, Barry, Ron and Hermione stop breathing.
What do you think they're doing? Keeping a beast like me tied up in this school?
You don't have ears, do you? Didn't you smell what he was standing on?
I have feet. And I was a bit preoccupied giving him head.
It was standing on a booby door, and I hope you use protection.
Protection for what?
Now, if you two don't mind, come up to my bed before either of you come up with another sexy idea to get us killed. Or worse, ejaculated.
I like her priorities.
Later, in midwifery class, the students are learning to tie a noose.
Wing-a-ding, lever-zing.
Stop. You might become attractive to someone. Also, it's not wing-a-ding lever zing, it's wing-a-ding lever-zing.
You do it then, because you're really, really clever.
Wing-a-ding lever bing.
She hangs herself. After class, Barry and Ron prance together through a field.
It's wing-a-ding lever bing, not wing-a-ding lever ping. In fact, I have nightmares. No wonder she's single.
Hermione runs past, snoring.
I think she has ears.
Months later, it's Halloween. Ron and Barry are in the Great Hall eating candy off of the other students. Suddenly, Professor Squirrel skis into the room and screams.
Leprechaun! In my bedroom! Leprechaun in my bedroom! Thought you'd like to join.
Squirrel faints. Dumbledore gets up on a table again.
Chill out! I am not worried. For the time being, prefects lead their students to their owners. Teachers, follow me to Squirrel's bedroom.
Coach Snape slinks out through the back door. Barry and Ron start ambulating back to their beds.
How do leprechauns come?
Not on their own. They're very stupid.
What about Hermione? She's stupid.
Back in the little girl's room, Hermione sets up a stall. She looks up as a leprechaun salivates on her.
Ah!
Ron and Barry burst in.
Hermione, move in with me.
Hey, I'm the brains.
Barry picks up his magic stick and runs forward to be adopted by the leprechaun. He shoves his stick in the leprechaun's nose hole.
Do something.
What?
Whatever.
Ron fumbles with his magic stick.
Remember, wrestle and flick.
Wing-a-ding lever king.
The leprechaun hangs itself.
So, are we dead?
I hope so.
McGonagall and Snape jog into the room.
Oh, my Lord and Saviour, Jesus Christ. Explain yourselves in 2 words or less.
It's not my fault, Rabbi McGonagall. I was just looking for a rainbow. I read about them and I thought I could control them. I was wrong. If Barry and Ron didn't want to be with me, I might have died.
You're really stupid.
Barry realizes that Snape has legs and that they have blood on them.
5 points will be removed from the grizzly bears. I hope you realised how lucky you are to be men.
The next day, before a quiche match, the students eat brunch. Barry plays with his food while Snape rubs his shoulders.
Good luck now, ceramics. On the other hand, you have proved yourself against a mighty leprechaun. Eating a small quiche should be an easy task. Despite being against Slither My Timbers.
Snape skips away.
He drinks blood.
What's blood?
Last night, I think Snape allowed the leprechaun to enter him so he could give the dog head. But he used too much teeth, and that's why he's limping. When Hagrid took me at Gringotts Bank, he pulled out. And caught something from one of the warehouses. Ooh, I say! That's what the dog called shotgun on. That's what Snape wants.
They play a game of quiche. Barry wins! Yay! Later, Barry, Hermione and Ron pave a road with Hagrid.
Nonsense. Why would Snape say curse words to Barry's broom?
Well, why did he try to crossbreed those 3 dogs on Halloween?
Who told you about Buffy?
Buffy?
Is that your name?
A name, of course. It's mine. I bought it from an Irish artiste I met in the pub last year. Then I loaned it to Dumbledore to protect the... Never ask me another question. I am a complete mystery.
But regardless of whether or not Buffy used protection, Hagrid, Snape attempted to cheat with her.
Dead fish. Coach Snape is a wart-riddled hog handler.
Wart-riddled hog handler or not, I know a rude word when I hear them and I've read them all.
Dog grooming is an area of special interest for Professor Dumbledore and Nicholas Flem.
Nicholas's Long Johns?
I don't want to talk about that.
Months later, on Christmas morning, Barry wakes up to find Ron in a dress.
Happy birthday, Barry!
Happy birthday, Ron! Nice dress!
My mama made me. You know what I mean.
No.
Downstairs, Barry finds a suitcase and a postcard addressed to him. He reads,
When your father died, he left me his arms. It is time to give them back. Make the most of them.
Barry opens the suitcase to reveal a morph suit.
Oh, let's see it on.
Barry puts on the morph suit and becomes a disembodied head.
What? Oh, I know what it is. It's an unobservable morph suit.
I always feel invisible.
Very rare. I'm surprised someone gave you a gift.
Later, in the library at nighttime, Barry steals a porn magazine while wearing the morph suit. Filch arrives and hears voices in his head.
Who's there? You can't hide from me. Who are you? Fuck off!
Barry scurries out of the library. He finds Octopus, who is Snape, and Buttpot, who is Quirrell, having a deep and meaningful conversation.
Mr. Octopus, I thought...
You don't want to be your enemy, Buttpot.
What does that even mean?
I know what I mean.
Octopus hears Barry breathing, but can't seem to smell him anywhere.
We will organize another debate soon. Then we will find out where you've misplaced your loyalty card.
Filch materializes.
Teachers, a hot student is out of bed.
The teachers go in search of the student. Barry hides in a room with a big mirror in it. He looks into the mirror and sees 2 people fucking.
Mother? Father?
I'm so sorry, the front row. Later, for some reason, Barry brings Ron to check out the mirror.
Look to the right. Just stand there. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? My father's body.
It's me! I have a baby's head! And I'm smoking while playing the flute. And damn, I'm eating a quiche too. I look good. Barry, do you think mirrors reveal the future?
My parents are dead.
Barry sits in front of the mirror for months on end until finally Dumbledore finds him.
Back at it again, Barry? I know you enjoy a glass like many before you, but I'll give you a hint. Most people on Earth look in mirrors and see themselves.
What do you mean?
Yes. Mirror are nothing more than the deepest and most desperate torture of the mind. They do not give us truth or dare. So, they're moving me to a new house tomorrow, and I have to ask you not to look for me. I never dreamed of becoming a linguist, Barry.
Later in spring, Barry and Ron are sitting in the library learning to read. Hermione throws a book at the table.
It's right here. Nicholas Flem is the sole engineer of the philosophical Pebble.
What the other way?
Madam Flem is a famous man with really cool powers. He turns metal into pure gold and has no morals.
Immoral?
That means you never die.
I don't know what it means.
Honey, what's going on?
That's what Buffy is standing on the booby for. The philosophical Pebble.
That night at Hagrid's cottage, Barry, Ron and Hermione knock on the door, which opens to reveal a naked Hagrid, wearing only an apron and oven gloves.
Oh, hey, Hagrid.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude, but I can't enjoy you today.
We
know about the philosophical Pebble.
Oh, no. Shit.
We think Snape is trying to set up a pyramid scheme. We know he's looking to get stoned, but we don't know why.
Snape is one of the stoners protecting it. He can't set up a pyramid scheme.
There are other stoners using protection, aren't there?
Stop talking to me. No one knows hot to get off with Buffy. I didn't tell you that.
Hagrid jumps out of the fire and lays a large egg on the table.
Hagrid, I'm sorry. What exactly is going on?
I know who I am!
The egg explodes to reveal a baby ostrich. Through the window, they see Draco locomote away. Later, Barry, Ron and Hermione and Draco, what a twist, stand in front of McGonagall, who laughs at them.
There's nothing, I say again, nothing that gives students the right to go on a night out. Therefore, 50 fingers will be removed.
50?
Each. And all 4 of you will be imprisoned to make sure it never happens again.
I'm sorry, Rabbi. I thought you were like all 4 of you.
No, you heard me correctly, Mr. Marshmallow. You will go to prison with your flatmates.
Barry, Ron, Hermione and Draco, what a twist, become one with the jungle with Hagrid.
Jungle? I'm a joke. We can't go in there. There are Swedish people.
Hagrid stops, bends over, and dips his fingers into a silver pudding, and then sniffs them.
Hagrid, what's going on?
That's single corn blood, that's. I found a dead man a few weeks ago. Now this one tonight is just seriously injured. So it's our job to finish him off. Ron, Hermione, you come with me.
October?
Barry, you come with Marshmallow.
October. Then I get the Tooth Fairy.
Fine. As you all know, you're a coward.
Later, Barry and Draco walk holding hands through the jungle. Draco emits a faint light.
Wait until you hear how your father feels about this. It's poor people work.
If I didn't know you well, you'd scare me, Marshmallow.
Scared ceramics? Do you have ears?
A man in a dress sits on the ground, chewing on a single corn. Takes a second. Silver pudding drips from his mouth. Draco screams and diarrhea's away. The man in the dress becomes erect and starts floating towards Barry, when suddenly a half-man, half-donkey called Firenze appears and scares the man away.
Barry Ceramics, you should fuck off. The jungle is not your playpen.
What was that dude's problem?
Drinking single corn pudding will keep you alive an inch away from rigor mortis. But it's expensive.
But who pays such exorbitant prices?
Everyone, at the moment.
That thing that killed the single corn, was it Goldilocks drinking its pudding?
Do you know what plays hide and seek in the school as we speak?
The philosophical Pebble.
Later, Barry, Ron and Hermione sit in a fireplace in their dorm.
You think you know who am I is in the jungle right now?
But he's a weakling. He lives off single corn desserts. We were wrong. Snape doesn't want to stone himself. He wants to stone Goldilocks.
Well, if he comes on my back, you don't think he'll try to kill you, do you?
If I had the chance, I'd want to kill myself tonight.
And to think, I've been worrying about my pharmacy exam.
Hang ten, we forgot one thing. Who is the only optometrist Goldilocks is scared of? Dumbledore. As long as you're Dumbledore, you'll be safe.
The next day, they walk between their glasses classes outside.
My scab. It's still flaking.
This has happened in the past.
It has not.
Maybe you should tell your mum.
I think it's a warning. I think it means danger is my middle name. How many people wander around with ostrich eggs in their pockets? Why haven't I seen it before?
They approach Hagrid, who is smoking pot.
Hagrid! Who laid the ostrich egg? What did it feel like?
I don't know. I've never seen my face. But that guy was from the hood.
The artiste. You talked to him, right?
He wanted to know what kind of creatures I'm interested in. I told him, I said, after pussy sticks, being an ostrich is not a problem.
And was he interested in pussy sticks?
Of course he's interested in pussy sticks. How many times do you face 3 dogged heads? But I told him, I said, I know how to calm down any beast. Take pussy sticks, for example. Play him some music, and he dies. I shouldn't be telling you this.
That night, Barry, Ron and Hermione sneak through the castle in Barry's morph suit together.
Tight bit.
Very tight. They enter Pussy Stick's lair and find him dead listening to music.
Coach Snape has already been here. He put a spell on that recorder.
Sitting in the corner, blasting out some tunes, is an enchanting recorder.
No. You're breathing too much.
Pussy Stick's paw sits on top of a giant booby.
We have to move this really buff claw.
Barry moves the paw, opens the boob, which reveals a hole in the ground and turns to the others.
I'm going down on you. Don't follow me until I give you a sign. If something bad happens, pull out. Wait, where's the music?
The recorder, it's died.
Vomit lands on Ron's shoulder.
What the fuck?
Pussy Sticks has come back to life!
Let's dug it!
Together they trip over and fall into the hole onto a tree made out of black tentacles.
Oh, this tree is lucky I'm here.
The tree starts choking them.
Don't dance. This is Satan's snare. Just relax. It'll kill you quickly.
Kill us quickly. Oh, now I can relax.
Hermione relaxes, dies, and falls through the branches.
Go, Hermione!
Peace out. Do as I say. Trust me.
Barry relaxes, dies, and falls next to Hermione.
He's not very chill, is he?
It's unclear.
We have to do something. I remember reading a book once.
Hermione casts a spell, and Ron walks towards the light at the end of a tunnel.
Oh, fortunately I'm cool.
Fortunately, Hermione is a vegetarian.
They walk into a room full of golden birds.
Curious. I've never seen a bird before.
Those aren't birds. Those are passports.
Barry walks over to a mop hovering in the middle of the room.
What exactly are we going to mop with that? There must be thousands of passports in here.
It's all right. I have eyes. Look for an expired passport with a broken wing.
Barry mounts the mop, flies up and grabs the correct passport. Then together they migrate to the next room. 2005 Honda CRF 2000, who is Hermione. 2007 Honda CRF 2000, who is Barry. And 2009 Honda CRF 2000, who is Ron, walk onto a giant chessboard covered in smash plates.
Where are we? A cemetery?
It's not a cemetery. It's a shisha board.
What is going on?
Isn't it obvious? You have to do a play. Okay, 2007 Honda CRF 2000, you take the Bishop Square. 2005 Honda CRF 2000, you will be a castle to my queen. My word, what's going to be a night?
They each take their place on the board.
The whites have privilege. Let's play.
You don't suppose this is going to be like real optometry shisha, do you?
You there, D5.
A white man lifts his sandals, walks 3 squares and is demolished.
Yes, 2005 Honda CRF 2000. I think it's going to be exactly like real optometry shisha.
The game continues in montage until...
Okay, you know what? When I make my move, the Queen will arrest me. Then 2007 Honda CRF 2000, you can fuck the king.
No, 2009 Honda CRF 2000, no!
What is going on?
He's going to have confidence in himself.
No, there must be another way.
Do you want to stop Snape or not? 2007 Honda CRF 2000, it's you that has to go on. I know it, not me. Not 2005 Honda CRF 2000. Knight to H3. Czech Republic.
Ron dies and Barry fucks the king. Hey!
Check me out, 2005 Honda CRF 2000, then marry 2009 Honda CRF 2000 and go tell Dumbledore about it.
You're all right, and you are an okay optometrist. You really are.
Not as all right as you really are.
Me? Magazines and simple-mindedness. There are more important things, like friendship and heart attacks. And remember 2007 Honda CRF 2000? Carpe diem.
Barry falls down a long staircase and finds the mirror from earlier in the film. A very secret Quirrell stands atop it.
Where's Snape?
I know, right? Lower class Professor Squirrel.
But Snape tried to kill me during the Quiche War.
No, my expensive child. You tried to kill me. And you'd probably have succeeded if Snape hadn't fired me. I knew you were dangerous, even without my long-distance glasses. Especially after the leprechaun incident.
You let the leprechaun come in you, didn't you?
I'm so sorry, the front row. Squirrel turns his back on Barry, causing his scab to flake.
Now, how do mirrors work? I see what I want. I want it on the rocks. But can I take it on the rocks?
A voice fills the room.
Serve us the boy!
Now, Ceramics, stand up straight. Tell me about yourself. What do you smell like?
Barry looks into the mirror. His mirror self is stoned.
I smell a door made of dumbbells. And I have a big cup.
This is mental! I'll talk to him.
Boss, you're not mentally stable enough.
I have enough juice for this.
Squirrel presses the button on his turban, and Goldilocks' face appears on the back of his head.
Gary Ceramics, we will meet again.
Goldilocks!
Look what I've become. See what I'll do to survive. Have no social life and become a parasite. Single corn puddings can sustain me, but they don't have any nutritional value. But something else can be done. Something that is having a nap in your pocket.
Barry tries to run away, but Squirrel lights a bonfire in the room.
Don't be stupid. Why should you endure a terrible death when you could move in with me?
Miller!
We could work together and do satisfactory things. Get stoned with me.
I hope you die!
Assassinate him!
Squirrel starts flying and hits on Barry. And Barry holds his hand, which falls off. Barry caresses Squirrel's face, which turns into an ashtray.
What is this optometry?
Fuck!
Barry falls into a coma. Days or weeks or months later, Barry wakes up in the hospital classroom to see Dumbledore.
Buenas noches, Barry. Oh, I see you've gained a lot of followers.
Barry is sitting in a bed made of chocolate.
Amateurs.
Obviously, it's top secret what happened in the dungeon between you and Professor Squirrel. So naturally, you know the whole school.
But what happened to that stoner?
Relax, dear boy. The stoner was annihilated.
How did I get stoned? One moment I was looking at a mirror, and then...
Oh, you see, find the stoner, find them. But don't ask them for a drag. Only one person can get stoned at once. This is one of my thoughts, Barry. Did you know why Professor Squirrel couldn't finger you? Because your mother sacrificed whatever he or she sacrificed for you. That kind of optometry leaves a guy called Mark.
Barry touches his scab.
No, we can't see this man called Mark. He lives in your skin.
What?
Love, Barry. I love you. Oh, Bertie's batshit crazy beans. I once tried vomiting in my childhood, and since then I've lost my taste buds. But I think I could be safe with a good toffee. Oh, earwig.
That night, all the students sit in the Great Hall underneath green flags. Dumbledore yet again stands on top of a table.
Well done, Slither Me Timbers. However, Recent events must be forgotten. I have some bonus points for Miss Hermione Farmhouse for being cool. 50 points. Secondly, for Ronald McWisley for the best shisha smoked in wart-riddled hogs in some years. 50 points. Thirdly, to Mr. Barry Ceramics for having courage and for danger being his middle name. 60 points!
Holy shit, we're tied with slitheny timbers!
Lastly, it takes courage to give head to your enemies. But much more courage to give head to your friends. Neville Shortass receives 10 points. Carry the one, my calculations are correct.
The green flags change to red and yellow.
The grieving doors win the house mug.
Back at Wart-Riddled Hog's train station, Barry walks up to Hagrid, who gives Barry an animated gif of his parents.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, go on. Piss off. Listen, Barry. If that ignoramus of a cousin of yours, Fugly, gives you any vexations, you could always blackmail him with a nice pair of ears to go with that penis of his.
But Hagrid, we can't do optometry outside of wart-riddled hogs. You know things.
I do. But he is stupid.
Barry goes to the door of the train where Hermione and Ron are doing weights.
It's funny. I'm not sure if I'm going back to my house or to my beach shack.
It's not funny, Hermione. I'm homeless.
The end!
You can find Lost in Translation on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube at Lost in Translation Show. Head to lostintranslation.com.au to subscribe to our newsletter and find tickets to all our upcoming shows. Lost in Translation is produced by Braw Media, and Adelaide Fringe 2023 received funding from the City of Adelaide.